Okay, good morning. May I know if I'm audible? Can I get a thumbs up? Thank you so much. Okay, let's proceed first with our prayer. May I call on Miss Wella Regala to lead our prayer? Miss Wella?
Yes, sir. Okay, please bow our head and feel the presence of the Lord. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, thank you for this day. Lord, bless each other and every student here, as well as our teacher. Guide him to his final demonstration to be successful. Lord, please guide us and give us an open mind to answer all our teacher's questions and to understand his lesson. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you so much, Miss Regala, for that earthly prayer for this morning. So I want to greet everyone a good morning. So welcome back to your purposive communication subject. But before that, I want to acknowledge my respected observers. First of all, Professor Mary Grace Mababa and Professor Angelita Bonafe, and to my focal teacher, Dr. Wilma Balbarais, and to my cooperating teacher, Sir Andrian Cervera. Good morning to you as well. So, before that, I just want to know, how are you all doing? So, as you can see from our presentation, I have provided there reactions that correspond to what you are feeling right now. I want you to click on that reaction so that I'll be able to determine how you are all doing today. Okay. I see that most of you are touching the very good or the heart react. So I'm seeing that you're all doing very good. Some is doing good. Okay. For me, I'm also doing very good as of the moment, actually. So yeah. Now let's proceed. May I call on our representative? May I know if there's any absentees for today's session? Miss April?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Professor. I'm happy to tell you that there is no absent among my classmates. Thank you po.
Okay, good to know. Thank you so much. Can you please give a round of applause, a virtual round of applause to everyone for attending today's session? Okay. So before we proceed, let's just have some reminders for our online class netiquette. So first one is to make sure you are at a quiet place so that you can concentrate and you can listen to our session or lesson for today. Always open your camera. Make sure that your microphone is on mute unless you are asked by the teacher to answer. And of course, take down notes. And lastly is to enjoy our lesson. So for most of you, you can open your cameras throughout our session so that I can see you. So it feels like we're really in the classroom settings. I guess Miss Professor Angelita Bonifay is here now. I want to acknowledge her presence. Thank you, ma'am, for giving time to observe here on my demonstration. But before that, do you still remember what was our topic the last meeting? Can I get a thumbs up if you still remember? A thumbs up if you still remember our topic. Okay, I see that you still recall what our topic last meeting, but let's see if you still recall that. So I have here a set of questions that I want you to read and answer. So who wants to read the first question and answer the what's being asked? Any volunteers who wants to answer the first question? Anyone? You can raise your virtual hand button if you want to answer about the topic that we had last meeting. Anyone? Any volunteers? Yes, Mr. Gala. Yes, Miss Wella.
What is resume? Resume is the standard document for job application in the most industries, especially in the business, corporate, and non-academic sectors.
Very good, Miss Mars. Thank you for that. So, resume is a standard document that is used for many things that we can use it for. For example, job, business. Now, how about the second question? Who wants to read and who wants to answer? Yes, Miss Madeline.
Yes, sir. Good morning. The question is, what is the difference between a resume and curriculum vitae? The difference between a resume and a curriculum vitae for me, sir, is the resume is typically a concise summary of your education, work experience, skills, and even achievements. While the curriculum vitae is more detailed, for example, in your academic background and other professional accomplishments. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for that, Miss Madeline. So, a resume is like a summary of your background. How the curriculum vitae is somehow the detailed information from your background for your school background actually or your studies background. So now, how about the last question? Who would like to read and who would like to answer? What the last question that we have here from our last week's topic? Yes, Miss April.
What is the purpose of resume? So, for me, sir, the purpose of resume is uh, to let your interviewee know your qualifications in a particular job that you are applying for.
Very good. So you'll have to let the interviewer know what are your qualifications and skills that you have, so they can determine that through your resume. So thank you so much for answering and for reading our questions from last week's topic. So now let's open TikTok as most of us really use TikTok right now. Am I correct? So most of us really use it on a daily basis. But let's see what TikTok has in for us. Okay, so according to TikTok, let's have a little game. But before that, I want to know, are you all familiar with the Q&A portion in every beauty pageant? Can I get a heart react if you somehow familiar with that? Okay, because our game, maybe our game is somehow related to a Q&A portion to a beauty pageant. But let's see first our mechanics. Who would like to read what is our mechanics for this game of us? Our game. Who would like to read the mechanics? Yes, Miss Herrero.
Mechanics. A video clip will be shown. Guess who answered the question. Raise your virtual hand if you want to answer.
Thank you. So I guess our mechanics is very straightforward. No jits and jats, something like that, no yada yada. So I do hope that you would understand this one. But let's have first, let me ask you first. If you are ready, can you click the react button that is being flashed on our presentation? Okay, so thank you so much. So let's proceed. What is the video clip that I am talking about? Oops, sorry.
How are you? I'm fantastic, Steve. I bet you're happy to see me. Yes, yes, I'm happy. The Philippines loves me. Listen, you're a singer and a musician. If you were going to write a song about your experience here in Miss Universe, what would you call it? Well, you know what, Steve? As a Miss Philippines, I've always felt the love and the support of the Filipino people. And I think I brought half of my country here tonight. And so I would name the song Raise Your Flag because I stand here not as one, but as 104 million Filipinos. Thank you, Philippines. Next.
Okay. So who do you think answered that question? Who was that Miss Universe from the Philippines? Yes, Mr. Brian.
Catriona Gray po.
Catriona Gray. Let's see. How about the others? You can also utilize our chat box. If you are unable to raise your hand, you can use our chat box, okay? So let's see if Mr. Brian is correct, if it's Catriona Gray. Okay, so it's Catriona Gray. Now here's the twist. So what we're going to do is that I will be asking you somehow same question that was asked to Miss Catriona Gray, and I want you to answer that question. But before you answer the question, I want you to introduce yourself. For example, what you can introduce yourself is your name, age, and location. For example, Johnny Melvin Villanueva, 21, Marikina, and then answer the question. Is that clear? Can I get a thumbs up for that? If it's clear, can I get a thumbs up? Okay, let's see. So this will be our question. So the question is, if you're going to write a song about your college experience, what would you call it? Again, the question is, if you were going to write a song about your college experience, what would you call it? Anyone who would like to try, who is our first volunteer? So again, answer before you answer, state your name, your age and location, and then answer our question. Who would like to try? Who would be our next, perhaps Miss Universe or Binibining Pilipinas or Mr. World? Who would like to try? Who's the brave heart that who would like to try to answer the question? So think of your experience or your journey as a first year college student. And if you're going to write a song, what would you call it? Anyone? Let's say, for example, did you have any struggles? Did you have a hard time choosing the correct major that you want? Or what's the correct course? So, what is the title of that song that you, I mean, what's the title of that song about your journey or your college experience? Anyone? Any volunteers from the class? Okay, we have our first Binibining Pilipinas. Yes, Miss Denalyn.
Um, good morning, everyone. My name is Denalyn Angeles Herrero, 30 years old, living in Antipolo City. And if I'm going to choose a song, I would call it College Memories because I'm going to write there about my college journey, the emotions that I've been through, and the experience and the lesson that I learned. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Herrero. So thank you. So Miss Herrero will write a song about college experience. She will call it college experience. Thank you so much. How about the others? What would
College
you?
Memories.
Oh, college memories. Sorry, college memories. Okay, thank you for correcting me. So how about the others? What would you call your college experience? What is the song that you want to call it? So we have our first candidate, which is Miss Denalyn. How about the other candidates that we have here in the class? Any brave heart that who wants to compete with Ma'am Denalyn? Anyone? Okay, we have our second candidate, which is Miss Madeline. The floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. I am Madeline Lagunzad, 20, from Pasig City. If I am going to write a song about my college experience, I would call it as Whispers Inside, because college life is different. Um, like I am encountering so many difficulties in college life, sir, that I can't express to anyone. But I am proud that in myself, I am proud that I am able to encounter all the challenges that I have been through for the past years and for the past months I either. And that's all, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Our second candidate, Miss Madeline. So she would call her college experience the whispers with it. Is that correct? Oh, yeah, the whispers with it. Okay, our
In
third.
Whispers Inside, sir.
Oh, whisper inside. Sorry, whisper inside. Okay, okay. So thank you so much. We have a third candidate. Miss Kadag, you're raising your hand.
Good morning, sir. Good morning po, sir. Um, If I am going to write a song about my college experience, it would be Ignore. Ignore because some people judge me why I'm still in college at my age. I always say that I've always said that age is a number, but my dream is continuously for my future of my family and my son.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Kadag. So you would call your college experience ignore, so to ignore all of the negativities. Thank you so much for that class. But before that, I guess our meeting will end in 15 minutes. Let me just create another meeting for us, okay, so that we can move to another Google Meet that we have. So for now, kindly leave the meeting. I'll create another one. Thank you. Okay, so I guess everyone is already returning back. Kindly call on your other classmates as well to join our new link. Okay, so while we are waiting for your other classmates and for the other observers, so again, from Miss Kadag, she mentioned that the song that she will going to write, she will title it "Ignore," to ignore all of the negative things that the people are saying to her due to her age and because she already has a child. that she shouldn't be in college anymore. So thank you so much for sharing that with us, Miss Kadag. So let's see if others have already joined on our Google Meet. Okay, but while waiting for the others, let us continue. Okay, so now basing on our session, do you have any idea what will be our topic all about? Any ideas from our game? What would be our topic? Yes, Miss Denalyn.
Um, I guess about the applicant interview, sir.
Applicant interview. Okay, from our chat box, maybe a job interview. Okay, okay. Let's see. But before that, I want to ask first, do you think Miss Catriona Gray is dressed appropriately to the event that she have attended or she has participated? Can I get a thumbs up if you agree? If you disagree, can I get a thumbs down? Okay. Okay, so most of you are agreeing that Miss Catriona is dressed properly or appropriately to the job or to the event that she has participated in. And as for your classmate, our topic for today is perhaps maybe about job interview. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So our topic for today is English for work purposes, unlocking success, navigating job interview questions with confidence. So we will talk more about what are the proper ways on how to answer and what to do in a job interview. But before that, I have here a phrase. It says here, first impression matters. Do you agree with that? Anyone who would like to share their point of view if they agree that first impression really matters? Come to think, first impression, does it really matter? Uh, what's my idea about first impression? So once you read or once you see first impression matters, or once you see a person, um, does first impression really matters? Do you judge a person based on how they talk, how they walk? So, what's your idea of first impression matters? Care to share, anyone? You can you can click your virtual hand button to be recognized. Any volunteers? Anyone? What does comes in your mind? Yes, Miss April.
Hello, sir. So, if we are talking about the job interview, I think making a positive impact and impression to job interview is really important for me. As a former BPO employee, uh, when I was interviewed by one of the HR, uh, they were looking for a person who have the very professional and formal outfit because it's more important to make a positive impression during the interview because it will help the hiring managers to consider if you are seated or the best choice for the job po.
Thank you so much, Miss April. So actually, that's correct. Same here as well. When I was still in the BPO industry, they were looking for someone who has a good impression. So meaning to say, they also base you or they base the candidates for the position on the first thing that they will see. That is why first impression really matters. So thank you for that, Miss April. So how about this? I have another phrase here. It says, "Dress to impress." Do you agree that it's best for you to dress to impress other people or to impress the interviewer? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay, so yeah, so it's really important for you to be able to dress appropriately on the job that you will be applying for. Again, as I mentioned from the previous slide that we have, uh, first impression really matters. It also matters if you're going to dress appropriately. For example, if you're going to apply for a BPO company or for a company, do you think it's necessary to dress as a casual person wearing shorts and tank tops? That's not correct, right? Do you agree? Okay. So yes, you don't agree. Of course, if you were the HR or the human resource, you would not entertain that kind of person. It's because they don't show professionalism. But I have here some tips for you. So, what are the proper dress codes in an interview setting? For example, you're going to an interview. So, what is the proper interview outfit, sir? If you're going to ask me. So I got you because here are some of the examples of an interview outfit. So we have two types. The first one is the business casual and the business professional. Do you think in this heat wave that we are experiencing right now, which one is appropriate? Is it the business professional or the business casual? You can type in your answer or you can also raise your hand. Which one do you think is applicable in this weather that we are experiencing right now? Is it the business professional or the business casual? From our chat box, business casual. From Mr. Miss Madeline and Miss Mary Jane. Miss Rufa says business casual. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's actually correct because of this heat wave, it's not really recommended for you to wear the business professional. Okay, that's correct, Miss Mars. So yeah, because of the weather today, it's not really applicable or recommended for you to wear that kind of outfit or attire. Because once you go to the company, you will be all sweaty, and the interviewer might get off because it seems like you're not really taking this seriously, the job that you're applying for. Okay, but I have here another I have here the dress code, the interview dress code. So, who would like to read what is the proper interview dress code for a men? So, what are the things that you should be when you're going to apply for a job? Yes, Miss Mary Jane.
Hello, sir. First is clean shaven or closely trimmed beard, white or light colored shirt. How to pronounce this there? This one.
It's pronounced
An
unobtrusive.
uh, unobtrusive tie, tailored single breast suit, belt, dark plain sock, black leather shoes.
Thank you, Miss Kadag. Now, how about for our ladies? What is the proper dress code for the ladies who would like to read? Yes, Miss Zaira. Miss Zaira.
Good morning po.
Yes.
Soft and subtle makeup, neat and tidy hairstyle, high neck shirt or blouse, simple jewelry, smart mid-length skirt or dress or trousers, dark or neutral lights, dark low-heeled shoes.
Thank you so much. So if you would watch closely, if you have observed, both of them are wearing closed toe shoes rather, because wearing a sandals is not actually appropriate for a job interview, and we all know it's hot here in the Philippines. That's why it's not really recommended for you to wear sandals if you're going to apply for a job. But if you're going to run some errands, that's actually acceptable. But here are some other points that you might want to take note. Okay. First one, you can look professional if you're going to wear glasses. It can be prescription glasses or not to look more professional. You can wear corporate color shades. Make sure that you have fresh breath because you will be speaking with the human resource. If you had bad breath, of course, the interviewer will be turned off by that. And also polish your shoes. I know that you're wearing a clothes show too, but please polish them, okay? But for this one, we'll be talking about the red flags now. For body piercings, except for the ladies, please, if you can remove it for just for the interview, remove your body piercings. And also do not wear clothes with stains. Do not wear sport shoes. Of course, you'll have to be hygienic when you're going to an interview. So please take a bath before that. And also, if you can, no tattoos on display. Now, while we're on the talks on the red flags for an interview outfit, anyone who would like to read what are the things you shouldn't wear at a job interview? What are those things that you'll have to avoid? Or the things that you shouldn't wear to a job interview? What are those? Anyone who would like to read? Yes, Miss Denalyn.
Interview outfits that don't wear. Plunging necklines, headphones, perfume, casual attire, outdated styles, or older, dirty shoes, excessive accessories.
Thank you. So actually, that's one is excessive cologne because I know you want to smell great during the interview, but do not suffocate the interviewer. Do not suffocate others by having excessive perfumes. Okay. So now that you have an idea on what are the propers or the do's and don'ts for an interview outfit, now let us pretend that you are the interviewer. Let's say, for example, you are the HR. So I'll flash here some photos and I want you to select which one you would hire or which one you would acknowledge or entertain during an interview. Is that clear? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay, thank you for the responses. So let's see first. So for the first slide, who would you hire? Is it letter A or letter B? You can raise your virtual hand if you want to answer. Yes, Miss Mary Jane.
Sir, I will choose letter B, sir, because of he looks professional, sir.
Very good. He looks professional. From our chat box, from Miss Rufa and Miss Denalyn, letter B as well. So yes, if you remember a while ago, for our men, for their beard, if they can shave it off, please do. But if not, please trim them. So in that way, you would still look professional and not somehow the right term is unhygienic when you look at that person. And also, you have the option to wear the necktie or not. I know it's kind of hot, so sometimes it's not recommendable to wear the necktie. But on the letter A or the first photo or letter A photo, he's wearing something more casual. It's recommended for running errands, going out with friends, lunch with family, and the likes. Okay. Now I have another photo here. Who would you hire? Is it letter A or letter B? Raise your hand. Yes, Miss Mary Jane.
Sir, okay. I will choose letter A, sir,
Why so?
because she looks also a professional, and also he and her attire is for a um what do you call this sir,
Mm-hmm.
wait.
Okay. So letter A because she's wearing yes, Miss April, additional.
All right. So, what Miss Kadag says is that the clothes that the letter A is wearing is more appropriate than the letter B.
Very good. So it's more appropriate for a job interview because the letter B photo shows that it's for a casual or with drinking, going out with friends, running errands, and she is wearing a ripped jeans, which is not really considered appropriate or professional. So according to Miss Wella from our chat box, A because she dressed. Let me see. Let me read that because she dressed appropriately for a job and light color. Very good observation. She's wearing light color and she's also wearing a high heels or heels rather. Very good observation for that. So she is wearing the colors that are matched for a job interview. Thank you so much for your responses and your answers, class. I guess you're ready for a job interview already. Now that you are prepared or your outfit is prepared already, Let's move forward to the common interview questions. For this one, I want you to remember this one. It's the STAR method. S for situation, T for task, A for action, and R for result. So for example, let's say you don't have any job experiences, no job experiences at all. For you to answer a question, you'll have to think of a situation wherein it's appropriate or applicable to the question that was asked by the interviewer. Tell them what's the task that was given to you, what was the action, and what was the result of that action that you did for that situation. Is that clear? Class, can I get a thumbs up again? So again, okay, STAR method. S is for situation, T is for task, A is for action, and R is for result. Okay, to start up with our common interview questions, the first one is tell me something about yourself. Who would like to answer this question? Who would like to try? For example, I'm the interviewer. You are the candidate or the candidate for the job position. So I'll ask you, tell me something about yourself. So who would like to answer? Yes, Miss Danalyn.
Good morning, Sir Villanueva. My name is Denalyn Angeles Herrero, and I'm 30 years old. I live in Barangay IBC, Marikina City. I have been married for 4 years and a mother of a 5 years old child.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Who would like to try aside from Miss Denalyn? Yes, Miss April.
All right, good morning, Sir Villanueva, and I am April Ehara, and I am 20 years old, an undergraduate student from psychology, and I work at a milk tea shop as a milk tea crew somewhere in Marikina City. And my hobbies were reading books, watching movies, and playing skateboard. And as a food service crew, my task was to clean the store, serve milk teas, process customers' payments, and make sure that they were happy and satisfied. That's all, sir.
Thank you so much, Miss April. Okay. And thank you as well, Miss Danalyn. So now let's try to improve your answers. But actually, Miss April's answers already somehow acceptable actually because she already provided her hobbies, her background. She said that she's married already and she has a child. So now let's see if how can we improve that. So the tip here is that you can mention the top two or three achievements that is relevant to the job that you're applying for. Since you're an FSM student, that just like what Ma'am April has mentioned a while ago on her answer, she has provided us with the skills that is applicable in working for a milk tea shop or for fast food or what do you call this, the food industry. So you can also mention that I was able to gain the experience or knowledge about the proper plating, the proper table setting, and the something like that. So you'll have to relate that, or you should mention a achievement that is relevant to what you're applying for, and then briefly introduce yourself. No need for you to tell where you live, what's your age, and um, where did you finish your high school, something like that. Do you know why? It's because you already have a resume that you have passed to the interviewer. So the interviewer can read that. What the interviewer is asking for is that something that is not included on your resume. So for example, you can include that, oh, actually, during my college days, I was able to manage or organize an event for our activity. And because of that, I was able to gain the knowledge of how to organize and how to do an event. So it's very relevant to the job that you'll be applying for. And also another tip is that you will have to research what the job position that you will be applying for. And think of this way: you are a consumer. For example, the consumer is the company, and you are the product. So you'll have to persuade them that okay, this is me, this is what I can do, and this is what I can offer. So in that way, you are persuading them. Okay, I guess this is the best thing to buy. I guess this one will be the best asset for our company. So think of this. Think of that. Okay, you are selling your skills and knowledge to the company. So take note of that the next time you'll be answering. Because remember, class, for our final activity, we will be having a mock interview. So take note of this tips that I am providing to you. So the next common interview is, what are your strengths? Who would like to answer? Who would like to answer what are your strengths? Think of the things that you can say that, oh, okay, this is my strength. Yes, okay. Yeah, after that, like what you can contribute to the company. Yes, actually, yes. That's correct, Miss April. Those things can be asked or can be answered after you have been asked what can you contribute to the company. But you can actually already highlight that and then repeat that question or repeat that once you have been asked what can you contribute to the company. But if you're going to be asked what can you contribute to the company, highlight that, okay? Highlight the assets that you can provide them, or these are the things that I can do. These are the things that I have gained, acquired. So this is yes, skills. I'm talking about skills. Yes, it's about skills. So these are my skills. Once you have been asked, okay, once you've been asked that, what can you contribute to the company? These are my skills. But for tell me something about yourself, you can just briefly mention that these are my skills. But if you're going to be asked, what can you contribute to the company? And then further expound or expand that knowledge or information rather. So for example, give a situation, what's the task, what's the action, and what was the result of that skills that you have. Okay, am I clear on that? Can I get a thumbs up? Are we clear? Okay. Okay, I see, I see. Okay, now how about this? What are your strengths? How do you think, how can you answer this question? What are your strengths? If I'm the interviewer, I ask you, what are your strengths? Anyone who would like to try? Any volunteer? Think of something that is considered as your strength. Yes, Miss Madeline.
Yes, sir. My strengths are, first, I have strong communication skills. I am adept effectively conveying ideas and information, whether it is written or in verbal. And also, sir, I have strong work ethic. I am dedicated and committed to achieving goals efficiently and effectively. Um, I am also good in analytical thinking. I excel in analyzing complex problems and developing innovative solutions.
Wow, thank you so much, Miss Madeline. Thank you. Actually, those are all correct. No need to improve that. But what I can recommend is for you to back that up. Okay, make sure that everything you're going to mention is that you that those are really your strengths. For others who don't have any idea what are the strengths that you can mention, here are some of the things or some of the words that you can use. For example, from Miss Madeline, she is an analytical thinking. So she mentioned that, for example, if you're going to apply as a cook, so you can say that you're very hardworking, you can multitask, can work under pressure, you're very punctual. And from our chat box, so my strength is I can solve problems and I also can be creative and being a leader on the company. Okay. Again, make sure you can back that up. Okay, because you cannot just mention anything without any proper background for it. So again, provide a situation wherein you have used that strength of yours. Is that clear? Can I get the heart react? Do you think that you can say that? Okay, one of my strengths is that I can carry my teammates in Mobile Legends. Can you say that to an interviewer? Can you say that? Okay, you can. I'll say that. Actually, I'm the one who carries my teammates during our fights or battle fights in Mobile Legends. Okay, so most of you are pressing the thumbs down. So yes, I know it's a strength, but it's for mobile gaming. That's your strength. So it's a team. What you can say is that you're a team. You can work efficiently in a teamwork or in a team, or you have teamwork ethics. So in that way, we can also say that actually in times that there's pressure, I was able to do the job or do the task calmly. So in that way, it's relating to what you have been doing. But I do hope that you will not be mentioning that to the interviewer, if in any case that they will be asking you for that. Okay. So now, if you're asked, what are your strengths? Of course, you will be asked, what are your weaknesses? From our chat box, yes. So again, mention only the things that is relevant to the job position that you'll be applying for. So now, for your the next question is, what are your weaknesses? Do you think you can answer something like, oh, my weakness is biceps, girl with the full bangs with bayonetta glasses, someone who is tall, dark, handsome? Do you think you can answer that? Thumbs up if you agree, and then thumbs down if you don't. Okay. So now, how do you answer what are your weaknesses? Who would like to try? Any volunteers who would like to try answering what are your weaknesses? So again, we cannot mention something that is a quality of a person. That's not a weakness. So how do you answer what are your weaknesses? Anything? Anyone? Anyone who would like to try? Any volunteers from the class? What are your weaknesses? Think of something that is not your strength. That if you are doing this, oh, this one is one of my weakness. I'm not good at this. Think of that. What are those things, or what are those weaknesses of yours? Anyone from our chat box? Lack of confidence. Okay, yes, Miss April.
All right. So, one of my weaknesses is that I overwork myself. That sometimes leads to the wait. Uh, One of my weaknesses is that uh, I always do my work on time or sometimes overtime. That leads to an overwork. I think, sir, it should still have a positive impact to the uh, interviewer.
Okay. So it should still have an impact to the interviewer. Let's see. What are the tips on how we can improve that answer of yours? Okay, so the key here is to mention a real weakness. For Miss April, she mentioned that she's doing the work on time, or it's resulting to overworking, so it can also lead to exhaustion. So make sure it's real, and that you are doing something to overcome that. For example, for you to improve that answer, Miss April, you can say that I'm doing the job that's tasked to me, or given to me, and I won't be accepting any job or task that is giving to me that they're giving to me, in order for me to focus on one job already, or only, or one task only. Okay. So how about the others? So now that we have some tips here on how to answer what are your weaknesses, how can you answer what are your weaknesses? So think of something. For example, me, one of my weakness is time management. And what I do is that I write down all of the things that I need to do, so that I can have it in mind that, okay, these are the things I need to accomplish. I'll do it like a checklist every time I'm done with that task. So in that way, I can still work efficiently. So okay, so again, in that way, I was mentioning my weakness, but still mentioning that I was able to, or I'm doing something to overcome that weakness of mine. So how about you, class? Anyone who would like to try? Let's try. What are your weaknesses? Think of something. And think of the things or the ways that you are doing to overcome that. Any volunteer from the class? Think of something. How about Miss Rufa? What are your weaknesses? Miss Rufa?
Sir, my weaknesses is sometimes I feel nervous when I speak in in person that I do not know. Like for example, my weakness is I'm not that person that fluent in English. So ano it's hard for me to speak, but but I still manage. That's all, sir.
Okay, but you still manage. Or what you can say is that, for example, if you like reading books or you're watching music, watching movies and listening to English music or Western music. Thank you so much for that, Miss Rufa. How about Mr. Brian? What are your weaknesses, Mr. Brian? Is Mr. Brian here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what are your
My my weaknesses is being a shy type person.
Okay, your weaknesses, you're a shy type person, and then what are the things or what can you do to overcome that shyness of yours, Mr. Brian? What do you think can you do to somehow overcome that?
Make
Mm-hmm.
with Tagalog, sir.
Please speak in English because we are in an English class.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
be
What can you do? What are the ways? What are the things to do if you're being shy? If you're shy,
communicate to other people, yun, sir.
communicate to other people. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Brian. How about Michaela? Miss Michaela Alegre? Okay, we have a volunteer. Yes, Miss Herrera. Herrero, rather.
I think my weaknesses is I'm always doubting myself, sir. But I overcome it. I'm always face the challenges that I'm going through, sir.
Very
Without
good.
doubting myself, ganun.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Mr. Herrero. Very good. So you're mentioning that how to overcome that weakness of yours. Simple as that. Make sure again that you'll be mentioning a real weakness. For example, one of my weakness is communication skills. I'm really not good with com skills. But in order for me to overcome that, what I do on a daily basis is that I would read some parts of the books in English or I would listen to Western music so that I can have an extensive vocabulary. Okay? Can I get a thumbs up if you are still following our topic? Yes, Miss Wella.
Ah, sir, my weakness is when I am in a front of so many people, it makes me nervous because I am not or I can't speak fluently English because I am nervous. But I understand English language, but like what I've said, it is hard to speak when you are nervous.
Okay, thank you, Miss Wella. So Miss Wella has a stage fright, but in order for but she has mentioned how to overcome her stage fright. So thank you so much, class, for answering that. So I guess it's the last one that. Oh no, I have still another question here. For this one, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So for this one, you'll have to mention that you want to stay with the company because most employers or employees, or I mean companies, are looking for employees or candidates that is willing to stay with the company, or what we can say is that who is loyal with the company. So what you can mention is that I want to stay with the company to improve my skills and knowledges about this job position. But if time permits, I do hope that I will be in a different position or a higher position, but do not provide any specific job titles. Okay, just like from our photo here, the interviewer asked, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" And then you answered, "In your chair, but asking better questions." So that's one of the red flags that will definitely will not be getting you that job. Okay. So again, focus on staying with the company. Most candidates or employees would go AWOL or absent without leave if they would find another company that has a better salary. Those are the things happen, especially in the BPO company. It really happens. So I do hope that if you will be applying for a company, make sure that you'll be staying with them so that you can have a sense of loyalty. But before that, make sure that the company you'll be applying for is really kind to their has a work ethic or has a good working environment. That is why it's very necessary for you to do your research for a job position. So I guess this is the last one. For this one, what are your salary expectations? Who wants to try to answer? Who wants to try to answer what are your salary expectations? Let's have mm, Zaira. If you're going to be asked what are your salary expectations, what will be your answer? Zaira?
Good morning po. What are your salary expectation? I will answer that based on my work experience po and on what my work will do to the company.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you, Miss Zaira. How about Paul? Mr. Paul Hernandez? If you're asked what are your salary expectations, how will you answer that? Paul? Mr. Paul? Are you here? Mr. Paul? Okay, I'll get back to you. But yes, Miss April.
So, sir, I will answer the questions based on my answer back when I was applying for a job as a call center agent. So, my answer before was to be part of this company is already a blessing for me. As per my salary, as long as it is within our minimum wage, I will accept it. But of course, it will be better if I would get a better offer than that. You can just answer this if you don't have the experience, if you have a job experience yet. But if you have, just say the exact offer you want when you are applying for a job.
Okay, thank you, Miss April. Yes, that's actually correct. So if you don't have any job experience, you can tell them what are your salary expectation, but make sure that it's aligned with the skills and knowledge that you have. So, for example, let's say, because I only have the idea for a BPO company, because when I applied, I mentioned that I was looking for around 15,000 to 18,000 as the salary. But for this one, if you have already the skills and knowledges that you have, um, what you can say is that I want this range because I have the skills and knowledge. So please be confident. You can haggle that one. You can negotiate if you are not agreeing with that salary. You can actually negotiate and tell them that I have this skills that I have already acquired so that I can be the best for this position that I am applying for. So you can negotiate with that one, okay? From our chat box. If I have the work experience, I will say that it may cost 5 digit based on my work experience. I will tell them where do I graduate in college, and I will tell them I have a very nice experience and it's compatible to the job I will apply for. Okay. Thank you, Miss Mars. And from Miss April, yes, you can negotiate the salary, especially if you have the job experiences and the skills you could offer. So I guess you already have an idea about this one, okay? So let us proceed to our activity. So I ask you for our activity, dress up like you're going to a job interview. At the comfort of your house, look for clothes that is appropriate for a job interview. Make sure that your whole attire will be seen in the camera. Follow the guidelines that we have discussed. So you have 3 minutes to look for an outfit and open your camera once you are done. Is that clear? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay, thank you. So the 3 minutes starts now. So look for a job, for a attire for a job interview. Okay, so our 3 minutes has already finished. It's already finished. Okay. So please open your camera so that I can see if you have wear the proper attire for a job interview. Okay, yes, Miss Denalyn is opening her cameras. How about the rest? How about the others? How about the others? You can open your cameras. Yes, Miss Regala, I see you. And Eusebio, okay. And Denalyn, okay, okay. So I guess that you're all wearing. That's fine, Miss Karen. That's fine, Miss Karen. But thank you for letting us know. Okay, so we have Kay. Oh, Kay is wearing his necktie. Okay, so be guided by our checklist here. So let's do a outfit check rather. So let's have first. Let's see, Miss Denalyn. So for Miss Denalyn, let's see your face. Did you have any subtle makeup? Can I see your face? Okay, okay. Very good, very good. Very nice, very nice. Okay. With Miss Wella, okay, I can see okay, very good as well. So yes, that's a yes for you. With Miss April, okay, I'm also seeing that you have simple makeup, and also well with Miss Madeline and with Miss Kadag. Thank you. So now for a boy, so we have here Arnel. Okay, Arnel, for our checklist. No beard, very good. Proper haircut. Okay. And with Mr. John, okay, it's also you're also wearing the proper attire and no proper haircut, no beard. Very good, very good. And with Mr. Lopez, okay, he's still wearing your necktie, okay, but yeah, that's a point. Plus point for that. So all of you who are opening their cameras right now, all of you are dressed properly. So very good. Please click the confetti button. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, sorry. I thought you were wearing makeup. Okay, very good. Very, very nice. Thank you so much for following that. So since you are already wearing your before that, our generalization first. So again, for a proper outfit attire for a job interview, please wear a business casual. And in answering common interview questions, always remember the STAR method. The STAR method is the situation, task, action, and result. So in that way, you can answer most of the common interview questions that will be asked to you. So now for our generalization, what is the proper dress code attire for a job interview? Who would like to answer? Yes, Miss Madeline.
Sir, as of what was our discussion earlier, we have business casual and business formal attire. For example, for the men, they are wearing neutral suits such as black or color gray with color shirt, and also, sir, shoes, necktie, and belt. For women, sir, they I we could also wear blouse or conservative dress with a blazer, along with a closed toe shoes, sir. Thank you po.
Thank Thank you, Miss Madeline. Very good, very good. Now, how about the second question? Why is it important to make a positive impression in an interview? Why do you think so? It's important for a positive to make a positive impression. So, what's your idea? Yes, Miss Denalyn.
Sir, it's essential because it showcases your professionalism, enthusiasm, skills, and potential contribution to the company.
Very good. Yes, Miss Wella. Additional.
It is important, sir, to make a positive look or impression. It's because in your aura or facial expression, they can or it will reflect on what kind of personality do you have, and also on how you answer the question properly.
Thank you. Very good answer, Miss Wella. So now the third question: how will you make a positive impression in an interview? Yes, Miss April.
So, how will you make a positive impression to an interview? So, for me, you make a positive impression in an interview by not being late on the meeting and being cheerful with a good communication skills and being honest and respectful. And lastly, by showing that you are reliable for the job.
Very good. Very nice answer, Miss April. Those are the things that you'll have to do to make a positive impression. So now the number four question. How will you answer? Tell me about yourself. What are the things you can mention if you're going to be asked? Tell me about yourself. Yes, Mr. Brian. Mr. Brian. Mr. Brian.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Highlight summary of your experience, your education, and the value you bring to an employer and the reason you're looking forward to.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Mr. Brian. Now, how about so now as an FSM major, how do you think today's discussion will help you in the future? So again, as an FSM major, how do you think today's discussion will help you in the future? Mr. Arnell, as an FSM, how would you think this would help you in the this discussion help you in the future? Yes, Miss Kadag.
Hi, sir. Good morning po. Sir, for me, as a FSM student, it will help me, this discussion for me, to my future job, especially on how to wear a proper attire and talk properly to the interviewer.
Thank you. Very good. Very nice. Any additional? You can raise your virtual hand. How about Miss Madeline? As an FSM major, how do you think today's discussion will help you in the future? Miss Madeline?
Yeah, ay, sorry po. Yes, sir. As an FSM student, this will help me if I am going to apply in my future job. I am going to, sorry, sir. Wait lang, sir. May problema lang po sa internet.
Okay, okay. Let's have Miss Denalyn.
Sir, today's discussion, I think it will help me in my future by enhancing my critical thinking skills and preparing me for the real world and to be confident and knowledgeable.
Thank you. Very good, Miss Herrero, to be confident and knowledgeable. So I do hope that you have learned something from our discussion. So yes, additional Miss Suela.
Um, as an FSM student po, I will apply it in the future, like when I will apply to a job.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so I guess that you have learned from our discussion today. Now, for your assignment or activity at home, since you're already wearing your proper attire for a job interview, I want you to introduce yourself in a 3-minute video, highlighting your professional background, skills, and personal interests. The job position you'll be applying is based on your major, which is FSM. So you can, for example, cook, cashier, what else? As a server at the fast food or at a fine dining, and then wear appropriate attire for an interview. Upload your video on YouTube. Make sure the visibility is unlisted. Copy the link and upload it to our Google Classroom. Deadline is on May 1st, 2024 until 11:59. So be guided by our criteria. For time management is 20 points. For complete attire, 15 points. And for confidence in answering the question, it's gonna be for 15 points in a total of 50 points. So now for our word of the day, let me type it in on our chat box. Let me type it in. Where's my chat box? Okay. For your word of the day, it's gonna be professionalism. And now take this opportunity to open your cameras so that you can take a photo to take the quiz that I have already posted on your Google Classroom. So now open your cameras. So take a screenshot so that you'll be able to take the quiz later on. Okay, so thank you and thank you for listening COT 106 and I'll see you on our mock interview. So I do hope that you have already taken note from all of the things that we have discussed today. You all have a wonderful day and bye for now. Thank you,
Thank you.
class. You may now leave.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
Yes, sir.
you.
sir.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you as well.
Kindly leave the Google Meet, students. Thank you and have a great day, everyone. I'll be seeing you again on the mock interview. Thank you. Uh,
Hello, good morning everyone.
Good morning, ma'am. Wala nang students, no, John?
Um, are we now set for the postcon? Are there still students in the meet, sir? Kindly check, Sir Villanueva.
We're all good po, Ma'am Bonafé.
Okay. May I know who are the invited observers aside from your city that we have here?
We have Professor Maria Grace Mababa and you, Ma'am Maria, Miss Angelita Bonifay. And my focal is Dr. Wilma Balbaraes, which she can't be here today because she's outside observing other students to senior teachers.
So who are the professors here right now? I and
Uh,
um, Sir Vera.
yes po, and Ma'am Grace Mababa.
I'm Ma'am Grace. Who's Grace? Ma'am, last name, please.
It's
Ma'am Grace
mababa, ma'am.
Mababa po.
Good morning po.
Okay. Okay. Good morning po. I'm sorry, but sorry po. My apologies for I'm not familiar with the person whom I'm talking to right now. But I'm hoping that we could see in person, no, face to face. But anyway, so I think we're now set for the postcon. And may I now give the virtual floor to Ma'am Grace. Honestly, I cannot open my camera because right now I'm outside. I'm also having my face-to-face final demo observation. Go ahead, Ma'am Grace. Thank you.
Okay, good morning po. Good morning, everyone. My name is Maria Grace Mababa, and I am one of the servers for today. So let me just point out po, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. Villanueva. So I'll just start off po with the good points that I have observed during this demonstration. Number one is he has a mastery of the subject that is being discussed. And two, he demonstrated confidence in the topic that he is teaching, and he made the topic very relatable to the students and acknowledges the student responses, may it be in the when they raise their hands and even in the chat box. And there is a good command of the language and provided follow-up questions to encourage participation. And he used good illustration, a good use of illustration, and provided good examples that is very relatable to the topic. And I would like to commend the students because they are very much active in participating in this demonstration teaching. Okay, let me just put into the recommendations that I have observed. This will be given as these are constructive recommendations. Okay, so number one is provide takeaways so that they will be able to state kung ano ba yung nakuha nila from the topic so that you could also guide them for any for clarifications if nagkakaroon ba ng misinformation that was given, as well as observe yung ating time so that you will be able to finish all the topics that you need to discuss, as well as not to exceed dun sa given time. Okay. And overall, okay, continue teaching. For me, no, continue teaching and good job. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank
much
you,
po,
Ma'am Grace.
Ma'am
May I
Grace.
know? Okay. May I know what department do you belong, Ma'am Grace?
I'm from the social science department, ma'am.
Okay po. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much po.
Thank you po.
Okay, Sir Silvera, would you like to say anything aside from the demonstration that we have just observed? What can you say po about your ST, his day-to-day performance po? Go ahead, Sir Silvera.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So I will also include Miss Jolly's performance as well in the day-to-day basis, ma'am. So at least, uh, okay. So John and Jolly is my student teachers for this semester, and I'm very happy with their performance. They are always there when there's things that is well when there are activities that needs to be done, and most of the time, well, Jolly is my my secretary because of the too much or too many uh, final demonstrations, and John is my, well, it's like he's like my tech support. So every time that there's a need for a video presentation, and if there is a, they call this, John is updated eh. So most of the videos that we have in our lessons came from John. The ideas like who is the influencer that may be used for our persuasive video presentation, di ba? It's you, John. Who is the online seller? So both of my STs are, well, very cooperative, and well, uh, the the thing that I like the most about them is that they are teachable. Okay? So I love, well, I'm very happy right now because I have seen both of them grow from the student teachers that they were before they came to me until now. So sabi nga ni ma'am, sabi nga po nung isang observer kanina na in-invite ko, na-adapt daw yung way of teaching ko ni John. So probably John, what I can say about your performance a while ago, it's very good, but you have to be more emphatic with the responses or the feedbacks that you give to the students, specifically if they are sharing some sensitive experiences. Yun lang siguro. But of course, it comes with maturity din eh, kasi being, well, being emphatic or being concerned or probably, well, caring towards other, it comes with, of course, the personality and your experiences. But of course, you will nurture that once you grow, well, hindi naman older, if you have probably spend more time with the profession that you choose to have. Yun nga, nakwento rin sa akin nung friend mo that you're supposed to give up on the education program, but well, di ba? You're, I think you belong here. Di ba? Okay, that will be all, Ma'am Bonafe. Continue learning, John and Jolly. Very good. You too.
Thank you, Sir Silvera. Okay, we cannot end our um, what do you call this one, conversation without listening to uh, the remarks from the ST himself. Sir John, you have now the chance to say anything to the body. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you so much po. I want to thank Ma'am Grace and Ma'am Bonafe for your time, for attending my final demonstration. You don't know how much this means to me because as Sir Vera mentioned a while ago, sorry, I was about to give up po talaga. Mga third year po, I was about to give up. But I do know something inside me really wants to teach because it's what my Lola pursued when she was still alive. And I was the only one in the family who pursued teaching. That's why I wanted to somehow take that opportunity to be another Villanueva in the teaching field. And I know, of course, on this session that I did, I know I had some lapses. For example, the overtime. But I do know, ma'am. I really, really want to teach. I was really, really nervous a while ago because of the technical difficulties that happened. But I can promise and I can assure you, ma'am, that I really love teaching, especially if I'm put in a subject that I really want. For example, this one, I really wanted to take English as my major because I want to actually enhance my communication skills. That's why when Mom Bonafet told me that I will be in the English department, somehow it gave me a comfort that okay, this is what I want to do. This is the subject I want to teach in the future. And thank you so much, Ma'am Bonafe and Sir Cervera, for giving me the opportunity to showcase what I have during this semester. So yun lang naman po.
Sir Villanueva, for a pre-service teacher like you, for me, you demonstrated a very impressive final teaching demonstration. And I would like to congratulate you for that very impressive execution. And of course, without the support of your city, I don't think you could probably have this very wonderful delivery of your lesson. So both of you, I would like to extend my congratulations. And also, I thank you, Ma'am Grace, for giving your time and attention to attend to this demonstration. Thank you, everyone. I have to go back to
You're
my
welcome.
face-to-face demo. Thank you, Ma'am Grace. Bye-bye
Thank
po.
you po. Bye po.
Thank you po.
Oh, John, party-party na. Oh, very good John. Actually, I'm amazed with the student
Yes,
people,
it's
di ba?
very nice. Mhm.
COT pa
Yes,
yun.
very good.
Oo,
Impressive.
di ba? Yung iba the usuals, of course, it's given. April, Madeline, and the others are always there to recite. But merong mga nadagdag no? Yung mga naka-necktie pa nga daw siya, oh. Jolly, nadagdagan yung list natin na hindi lang siguro na-capture, but it's okay.
Yes
Naka-ano
po,
pa naman
sir.
daw siya. No worries. Naka-necktie daw siya nun eh. Tinawag pa daw siya. Oh, sige. Okay, very good. So you do relax, but don't forget that there are still things to be done. We need to check the outputs. May 1 tayong deadline, right? And then yun na lang yung kulang natin, no? Yung May 1. And then of course the promotional commercial that is pending since hindi pa nagbabalik yung students, but pag hindi pinabalik yan ng May 1, i-cancel na lang natin. Mag-mock
Bakit
interview na
hindi
lang
ba?
tayo.
Wala talaga klase.
Hindi pa nila
Hindi.
pinapabalik, wala pang memorandum na they will resume to to have F2F kasi pinapagawa ko sila ng commercial wherein sino-showcase nila yung major nila, yung
Ah,
Bibiliwale, hindi nila magagawa yun kung hindi sila
hindi
pagfe-face to
kita-kita.
face.
Oo nga
Oo.
naman. Oo.
I-cancel na lang natin, bawas check din yun, yaman na yan. 'Pag tinanong, "Bakit kulang yung activity?" Hindi niyo pinabalik, eh.
Ano bang plano sa atin? Pababalikin pa ba tayo? Mag-diyan pa ba tayo magkaklase? Wala pa.
Puwede ka naman ma'am dito, nandito kami ni Ma'am Santiago.
Ah, talaga? Papasok
Yeah,
naman ako after ng holiday, ng May 1.
holiday na yung eh,
Papasok na
hol
ako.
holiday na yung yung Wednesday.
Mimiss ko na kayo eh.
Dito madalas kami ni Sir RV dito.
Ah, okay. Pero the rest, wala rin yung iba.
Papunta-punta like, "Ay, Ma'am Mababa, come here. You have to accomplish the DTR for the overload."
Yeah, I will. Later siguro in the afternoon.
Ayun, sige. Oh, John, don't forget to get the evaluation form from Ma'am Grace and Ma'am Bonafe. Oh, ganda ng comment sa'yo ni Ma'am Bonafe, short.
Yes, but very impressive.
Oo, yung
Oh.
positive naman, okay lang yun. Kahit short,
Oo.
very good, John. So, I'll be
Okay.
heading out later, so if you need something, wait na lang siguro mga 3:00 nandiyan na ako.
Ayun
Nandito na
nga
pala uli
ganun.
ako.
Oo.
Nandito na pala uli ako kasi lalabas ako later.
Oo.
Okay,
Pero
so
John, ano tandaan mo lang, John, technical difficulties really happen talaga when it comes to online. It's
oo,
okay. Ganun
lagi
lang
naman.
talaga, anak. Ganun lang.
Tignan mo yung electric
Naging,
fan, 'di ba? Minsan rinig, minsan hindi.
lalo na kapag ganito na online, you have to be kind to yourself. Talagang nangyayari yan. Akala mo nandiyan ka pa, pero pala wala na. So it's okay. It's okay. Okay? Sige. So good job, anak. Good job. Hi, Jolly!
Thank you so much po,
Ay,
Ma'am Grace.
yung eval form, don't
Thank you
forget to
po.
get it. Pang nyo,
Sige.
tapos yung mukha daw sa folder kailangan. Yung mukha niyo daw sa sa folder
Hindi
na.
nga, sir. Regular po.
Kasi yung mga ano, yung mga co-estis nyo na inobserve ko, may mga mukha sa folder eh.
Dapat yung malaki buong folder.
Sige. Basta kompletuhin nyo na yung document nyo para graduate kayong dalawa, ha? Sayang naman.
Probably, sir, I will just give it this personally. Iwan ko na lang sa table mo. Paano
Okay.
kaya to?
Siguro
I'll just
ano,
give it.
hindi pa naman siya rush yata, no, John? Baka pwede naman yan pagbalik, ma'am. Pagbalik sa May 2. Hindi naman siya bilisan ng ano, John? Hindi naman paspasan na pasan niya, no? Okay. Okay na yun.
Hindi naman.
Sige. So, just I'll bring na rin Jolly, yung kay Jolly.
Okay po. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye,
Bye,
John.
everyone.
Ma'am
Thank you
Grace.
po. Happy lunch po.
Oh, happy
Bye.
lunch. No, kain na ng madami, nakahinga na tayong maluwag. Tapos na lahat. Yes, final topic din namin
Uy,
yan.
mag-picture tayo, mag-picture.
O yung nga, Jolly dyan nakapag-picture ba? Baka na-overwhelm na. O sige, ready? Jolly, open.
Dali,
Wow.
Jolly, maganda
Sir,
ako
sa
ngayon.
laptop po ako nakaano saglit lang po. In ko po yung sa phone.
Sige.
So, maraming pumapasok
Saan po?
dyan sa office.
Right now, we have Ma'am Santiago, si Sir RV, si Sir Bart, yung anak po ni Ma'am Perez, and then si Sir na laging kasama ni Sir Bart. Yun po. Tapos, kanina po nandito po sila Ma'am Agtang and friends. Yun. Jolly, hindi
Later
naman
siguro I'll drop by. Okay.
Mm,
Magsasign ako nung ano.
Already? Oh, yeah. I-share screen na lang kayo natin. Wait. Pang ano daw ni yung kaibigan mo ongoing dyan, nandun sa ano, kabila. Wait lang. Wait lang ha. Paano ba palakihin to?
Grabe yung ano.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, Jolly ko mag-picture ha.
Jolly, nakangiti ka pa. Ikaw magpipicture.
Ikaw mag-picture. Ako lang nag-count. Already.
1, 2, 3, smile. Copy paste ko lang.
Okay, sige. Very good. Uy, don't forget to send yung ano, hindi send, give yung mga letters, yung communication letters nyo. Mukhang naibigay naman na no? Doon sa mga...
Ako wala. Masend na lang ako. Oo.
Kailangan yun.
Makahanapan ako.
Sige. That will be all. Have a great lunch, everyone.
Bye!
Bye-bye.
Thank you po.